freaking out. Like, do we have a dead animal in the house? Do I need to be concerned? Where are they coming from? How did they get in? Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a little bit, like a day. But yeah, I had to take a day because the cats were having issues. It was nuts. So we got a cat. They're having a deal. They lied to us. They said he didn't have fleas anymore. They didn't ever disclose that he'd ever had worms. So it turned out that he still had fleas. The worms spread by fleas. They were tapeworms, I believe. And so since he still had the fleas, he spread the fleas to the other cats. We found that out on Friday and called them. It was the Humane Society. And so we called them and they're like, hey, he still has fleas. We left a message because nobody answered. Well, somebody answered, but they transferred us over to the clinic side and nobody answered. So we left a message with the clinic and the receptionist. Nobody called us back. We were like, okay, well, it's Friday night, whatever. Called him again on Saturday, still no answer, still no response. Called him, didn't call them on Sunday, I don't think, maybe once, but nothing crazy, still no answer, still didn't expect a response because it's Sunday, you know, maybe nobody's in, no big deal. So Monday I was like, okay, they're gonna call us on Monday. Still no call, still no response. We called them twice, I believe, and left messages both time with the receptionist and like a recorded voice message in the clinic. Still no call back, still no response. Tuesday we called them again in the morning, still no response. And the message we left said, if you don't call us back, we're gonna have to come down there and it's not gonna be like pretty because you've had plenty of time. You've had 4 days now to respond. So I don't know why you're not responding. And it looked pretty shady. Like, that was the worst part. But the fleas wouldn't have been a big deal per se if they just called us back and said, you know what, I'm so sorry, we didn't know, or whatever. But just totally ignoring our calls just seemed kind of shady. So we found out they had fleas, that they all turned up having fleas. Jinx had the most fleas, but the other cats had been bathing him and laying with him all the time, and so that's kind of how the fleas were spread to the other cats. And that was over the weekend, that it was just fleas. We didn't notice anything in their poop, nothing going on, but we weren't sifting through it or doing anything crazy like that. We just, you know, glanced at their poop, didn't see anything, didn't think anything was wrong. We did notice that the kitten had been having poop all over the floor. He made it to the laundry room, he just didn't go in the litter box, and we thought, well, maybe he's just not litter box trained. Didn't really think far into it because they never said that he had worms. They said he had coccidia, which is microscopic, but no worms. They never disclosed that. So that goes on to Monday night when Fang, our oldest cat, started puking up worms. And when I say worms, I mean like there was a lot of worms, to the point of like he was puking up so much that there was a little blood. So we called the emergency vet. They said that if he stopped puking, that we didn't have to take him to the emergency room, just take him in the morning, because it was like 1 in the morning. And so he did thankfully stop puking. He'd been puking for like 30 minutes straight, and it was horrible. There were just worms like crawling all over in it, and it was just disgusting. Still didn't notice any worms in their poop, but we didn't go sifting through their poop, just didn't notice any worms in the poop when we looked at it closely. So the next morning we brought them all to the clinic. They got treated for fleas and for worms, all 3 of them did. So it's been like, well, it's like Thursday now. Jeez, it's been a while. So yeah, that should be pretty much gone now. We drove down to the Humane Society because we were like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Why aren't they calling us back? Now our cat, like, he infected our cat's puking worms. They've got fleas everywhere. Like, this should have been something we could take him to the clinic there and treat or something. I don't know. At least a response would have been nice, like an I'm sorry or whatever. Just respond at least. Let us know like a reasoning or like what happened. So anyway, we went to the Humane Society and went directly to the manager and told her what happened, and she's like, well, we just don't need to check for fleas once we treated them once. We just don't check them again before we put them on the adoption floor. And I was like, you know what, I mean, whatever. Yeah, flea treatments are supposed to work, but that means you've got a flea problem in the Humane Society if he got reinfected after being treated. He was treated 3 times for fleas. The first time, I think he was in foster care. He was a month old, and they did a spray and capstar. Okay guys, so I'm thoroughly confused. I don't know what's going on. I really think these things are maggots. I think I have 2 maggots in our living room. There's literally no trash. There's literally nothing in here. Maybe they're inchworms, but I don't think so. Like, look, there's like no freaking trash. Except that cookie that Emerson's just eating. Which I just gave him, so I don't understand. Look at this. I'm pretty sure these are maggots. But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I don't have trash. Like, we don't have, like, where? How? I don't have dead animals in the house. I don't know how they got here. Especially not crawling up in the living room. I'm just stumped, just completely 1000% what the heck right now. Okay, so I picked him up with a tissue and I threw them outside. I don't know. I don't know why they'd be in here. I mean, I know we've had flies in the house, like, when we open the doors, we have flies fly in. But, I mean, that's why you have fly swatters. People get flies in their house all the time. I just thought, like, something had to be dead or, like, a filthy mess to get, like, maggots or something, like, extremely infected. But I guess not. I mean, if it's not maggots, I don't know what it is. Maybe like an inchworm or something. But they have the like red tipped head that maggots have. Like, they look like maggots, but one, they weren't on trash. They weren't on anything trashy at all. And I mean, we don't have trash lying around. Like, we have trash cans for a reason. And I haven't seen maggots crawling around in our trash cans either. So I am so confused. I have never seen maggots before, like, in my life. So I don't even know. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm freaking out. Like, do we have a dead animal in the house? Do I need to be concerned? Where are they coming from? How did they get in? Were they born in here? Where? How? I'm just so confused right now and like angry because I don't know. I don't know how to fix the problem because I don't know how it happened. So as the day's gone on, my makeup's wearing off. It looked so good this morning. I was really hoping this setting stuff would work, but instead it's not. I need to start on dinner, but it's only 5 o'clock, so I guess the kids and I might eat early. We looked everywhere. Bryce came home on his lunch and we looked everywhere to figure out if we had like a dirty diaper lying somewhere or trash. Looked under everything, in everything. Couldn't find any more of those maggots and couldn't find anything that they could have hatched from. So, I mean, even the cat boxes, like there was nothing. There was nothing anywhere. I don't know where they came from. I'm seriously concerned, but I guess if we don't ever see any more, maybe it was just like they were carried in on something. I don't know. I guess we shall see, but I need to light a candle because, yeah, I just need to. I don't have a real good excuse. And then I'm gonna start making something. I have to go outside and get something and see what we've got, but I'm hungry. Like, I am so hungry. So we are just gonna go see what we've got, and we're making dinner an hour early today. Whatever. Okay guys, it is now 11:55. I started dishes. I made a lunchbox for Caden. I packed a school lunch. I guess I can show you what I packed for him. If I can even do this with one hand. So he's got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I just put 2 pieces in the bags so the jelly and stuff doesn't get all over. Cheese stick, apple, and this is just some Fruit Loops. So that's that part of his lunch. And then here he's got 2 drinks. He's got apple juice and one of his barrel drinks that he likes. So that's basically what he's gonna have for lunch tomorrow. My cat is getting on my laptop. Gosh, so much to do. Emrys is still awake. We have to get up early tomorrow morning because Caden has school. Got trash tonight. Cleaned up the playroom and the living room, kind of, and did dishes, or started dishes and doing some laundry. I just have to edit my video and post it, or get it posting tomorrow. So when you see this, it's gonna be tomorrow, but you know, it's how it works. And I will see you guys tomorrow.